away, and we were all up for the crack. So yeah, there was like 10 of us all trying to get into the bloody same bed. You should have seen it. There was no room. Then little Johnny at the end there, he's always up for a crack, is little Johnny. Little Johnny at the end there, he starts saying roll over. He's like, come on lads, give me some room, roll over, roll. So we rolled over, and Bernard, the ledge, he fell out the bed. Oh my lord, we laughed. It was such a crack. When we're stopping laughing, oh, little Johnny's at it again. He's like, come on lads, still no room here, man. Still no, oh, go on, just roll over a little bit, roll over a little bit. Timothy fell out of the bed. Oh, what an absolute loon. Oh, I must say, it was laughs all night. Laughs all night. I mean, we just kept it up until little Johnny was in the bed on his own. We were all on the floor, just curled up. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. And we are here for round 4 of the 4C Sprint Trophy. And my lord, this championship is an absolute blazer. My word, is it lit, bruv. So, well, I'm telling you that. Hi, Skyjacker. In the chat saying hiddly hoddly and neighborino. Hey, you've learned Spanish as well. Great stuff. What is the 4C Sprint Trophy, I hear you ask? I mean, it's round 4, you don't know. Well, I don't know. There's what can I do? There's nothing can anyone do for you now. But I'll enlighten you. What is the 4C Sprint Trophy? The 4C Sprint Trophy, 4CST, is an 8-week one-make series using the Group 4 Alfa Romeo 4C and is inspired by both the Porsche Super Cup and the Ferrari Challenge. The championship will consist of 24 races at 8 different circuits. Each round begins with a 10-minute qualifying session before 3 sprint races of over 25 miles. Racers will have standing starts with jump starts turned on. Drivers are free to choose their race tyres from the available compounds, hards, mediums, softs. However, all 3 compounds must be used over the 3 races of a round. Pit stops are not allowed during the races, but the tyre wear and fuel rates should enable all drivers to fight for positions when the race enters its final stages. So I don't know if you heard any of that. I read it and didn't listen to myself. So they've had 10 minutes of qualifying, and then we'll have 3 sprint races. In each race they have to use a different compound of tyre. We're using the Alfa Romeo 4C, the Group 4 car, and I think that's everything to tell you. Let's get on to the table. The table is what? We're at Blue Moon Bay Infield A, if you wondered. I should tell you these things. I should open up telling you, yeah, round 4 at Blue Moon Bay Infield A. But I didn't. So we'll all get over it, I'm sure. Let's have a look at the table. It's been a doozy between the Alien and RB. Let's have a look how it's looking now. And we have a Racer Brown at the top on 140 points. Homesick Alien in second on 135 points. Sharren is third on 121 points. Fourth for Snorlax on 109 points. Fifth, Koi Carp on 106 points. Ensinua is sixth on 96 points, with Bazza seventh on 95 points. Pat is eighth on 73 points, just ahead of Flashman in ninth on 72 points. Jokus is 10th on 67 points. Silverstar 11th on 57 points. And Matt Psycho, Electric and Madalinsky are still yet to show up. We don't know where they've gone. Look down the side of the couch or something. The couch, wow. I've been watching a lot of Ted Lasso. I'm very Americanized at the moment. Howdy, y'all. We're at Blue Moon Bay Speedway. We're going to get darn tootin' on with some racing coming up. So hold on to your britches, gals and boys. I don't know the American for that. All right, then let's have a look at the grid. Oh, that turned everyone off. Hey, we're on a stream marathon, okay? This is, I think, stream number 4. It's like thingamajig every morning for you, the listeners at home on VRC. Too much chat, not enough racing. Come on, let's get on with it. So, on pole position, we have Homesick Alien Cars. I've got my glasses on, everything looks blurry. Oh, yeah, there you go, that's better. Homesick Alien on the Racing Soft tyre. He'll be starting the first race on a Racing Soft tyre. There is a 4C on the top of that car, but you can't quite see it. Didn't quite work out, did it? Maybe there, just. It's like one of those magic pictures from the 90s where you have to blur your eyes and it's 3D. So, yeah, that's Homesick Alien on pole. Racer Brown is the... No, it's not. Is that Racer Brown? His car doesn't look all snazzy, does it? It does if you get close up. Farther away, it didn't look all snazzy like it usually does. So Racer Brown, he's starting on the Racing Soft. So we've got a front row of Racing Soft tyres. These two are contending the championship together, and they will be going at it as hammer and tong. And in third place, Jokas, the Polish legend, is having an absolute fine season in the Alfa Romeo. Great drive from Jokas there in qualifying. We have Snorlax fourth, always at the top end in qualifying. His races don't seem to pan out the way that qualifying does for him. Fast boy, we should call him. Snorlax the fast boy. Yeah. In the position after him is Shren. Third in the championship. What's he, fifth in the grid? I wouldn't say fifth. In a beautiful looking Alfa Romeo. Then we've got Big Dan in the Rich Energy liveried Alfa that we saw debuted at our 2.5 hour race at Interlagos. Go back and check that stream if you haven't already. It was a cracker. And then on the final grid row is car number 4. It's Pat in the Prada Alfa Romeo. Oh, I haven't told you their tyres, have they? Pat's going for racing hards. Big Dan's going for racing softs. Shren is going for racing hards. Snorlax is on racing hards. Jokas is going for racing hards. The two front guys are on racing soft tyres. Enough blabber. Let's get on with it. Okay, we see them lined up here at Blue Moon Bay for 13 laps of absolute goodness. The lights are going on. VRC. We're off here, and Homesick Alien with a great start against Racer Brown. Well, I don't know, I guess because the camera didn't change, but yes, but the tow game is already beginning, and Racer Brown trying to grab an early tow from Homesick Alien. He goes high, Homesick goes low, and Jokas in the mix as well on those hard tyres. Racer Brown has a rub with the wall. Oh my lord, we've got dilemmas here with Jokas off the road. Didn't quite see what happened there, but Pat moves up, and Shren was mixed up in the action as well. Homesick Alien only just ahead of RB. RB is really closing in on that Alienware Alfa Romeo. Pat is up into third. We were saying he was on the back, not anymore. He's up and into a podium position with Snorlax all up and in his business. Someone's off the road further back. Here's Big Dan in 5th place. He's got a bit of damage with that Alfa, and he's being caught by the Russian Sensation as he looks up the inside, but there's nothing doing there. Big Dan won't be caught that easily in that corner. Back to the fight at the front with Homesick Alien trying to stay ahead of RB as they bounce back up onto the oval track, and RB trying to grab a tow from the Alien here. The two racing soft runners out on their own, with Snorlax now up ahead of Pat. So Snorlax claiming that third spot on the racing hard tyres. Pat's on the racing hard. Big Dan's on the racing softs. He wants to make hay and catch the guys ahead of him and get by. Shren's on the racing hard with Jokas as well on the racing hard, and Jokas, what an unfortunate start for him in the early parts of this race as Homesick Alien plays defence against RB, and RB tries to lay that pressure on. Snorlax just wants to stay close enough to be in the fight on the final lap when the racing soft tyres inevitably bullet themselves. Pat's in there with Snorlax, but he's gone and made a small mistake in that corner, but he's come out strong and still ahead of Big Dan. Then Shren ahead of Jokas, and these guys, long way to go yet, lots can happen. Homesick meanwhile has got the measure of RB, and he is doing a grand job, wants to retake the top position back in the championship. Obviously RB though is not going to let that one go so easily. Snorlax under pressure from Pat, but Pat's gone a little wide, left himself open to Big Dan, who's on the soft tyres. Big Dan's soft tyres probably starting to get into a lovely operating window, and starting to get tacked up quite nicely for the corners as he finds the grip. But Pat's still ahead of Big Dan for now, but Big Dan just pulled the move off while the cameraman was having a snooze, and we saw none of it. And I'm claiming that it weren't my fault, because I was on the right people at the right time. The camera was pointing in the other direction. So Pat comes back up the inside, late on the brakes. He keeps it on the track, but Big Dan easily takes the position back, and Snorlax as well up ahead on those racing hards. Meanwhile, RB and Homesick Alien in their own little battle with the racing soft tyres up ahead. Snorlax in third, but we've got Big Dan on those said racing soft tyres coming through hard and fast. And Pat in fifth. Sharon slowly eking back in with Pat, I guess. 18.7. Pat did a 16.9, but Pat's had a little tap with the wall, and that doesn't help things. Big Dan looks like he's going for a move, but Snorlax leaves no room, and it's his racing line. He can decide where he places his car. It's down to Big Dan to find a way by. So Snorlax at the moment on those racing hard tyres. He's just got to wait Dan out. He's just got to wait for those tyres to die. RB, meanwhile, is just maintaining the same distance from the Alien, and this one also could be a waiting game, but RB is burning his tyres more than the Alien is at the moment. They are having to thread these cars through the needle, because they cannot push the cars. The soft tyres will kill them. Look, already RB struggling with the left-hand side wear. Snorlax is all under threat here from Big Dan. Big Dan finding every little weak nook and cranny space he can find off of Snorlax, as Snorlax slams the door shut in every corner again. Big Dan having a look. Is there room? No, Snorlax stays on the apex of the corner, leaving nothing for Big Dan. But now we've got a nice little straight for Big Dan to try and open her up. Back onto the infield, very bouncy. Ooh, Big Dan nearly found himself in the boot of Snorlax's Alfa Romeo, like some dodgy mafia job. But he luckily managed to stop his car, and this is an epic battle. But Big Dan's running out of time. We're on lap 5 of 13, and Big Dan's tyres are slowly withering away. Pat's there to gather up whatever Big Dan doesn't want, and Sharon, is he catching? 15.8 against Pat's 17. He is 2 seconds faster than Pat at the moment, and Joker's 15.4, faster than Sharon, who's just had a little tap with the wall, but it looked like Joker's did as well. The sparks are flying here at Blue Moon Bay Speedway. Homesick Alien is eking out a bigger lead, I believe, on RB. RB, I think he's having to sit back on those tyres. He realises Snorlax is on the hard tyre, and he is quite a way behind him, but as soon as the tyres go in these cars, it's not that far. And Big Dan, frustrated by the back of that Petronas Alpha. There's no way through. Absolutely no way through for Big Dan. It is a huge wall. Oh, thirsty boy. Gosh, it's so warm lately. I'm not complaining, but wow. So Big Dan trying to push on. Goes out wide to try and cut it underneath. Snorlax drops it down a gear to get a pump. Oh, in the braking zone, Big Dan. I don't know how much control he had under the car then, but he gathered her up. And he's still chasing Snorlax. What a battle. How are we doing up at the front here? RB. I think RB's having to look after those tyres. He can't attack the Alien. The Alien's just gone the fastest. He has gone, and anyone else has gone in this race so far. RB, I think, is bringing it home, because he doesn't want to get entangled with the Snorlax and Big Dan, but Big Dan's tyres are going to wave goodbye to him in a minute, and Snorlax will not have the headache of Big Dan. And if anything, Snorlax, would it be worth letting Big Dan go, you think? But Big Dan, that's it, I think. Lost a bit of grip in one of those corners. And now he's lost the tail end of Snorlax. Pat's there. Pat doing very good lap times, but Shiren's doing similar lap times, actually. Pat's picked up the pace, and Joker's dropping back a little bit more. Homesick Alien then on lap 7. Tyres nearly gone bye-bye. RB's definitely nearly gone bye-bye. Snorlax is standing strong with Big Dan only just holding on to these long sweeping right-hand corners are killing the left-hand softs. Pat on the hards doing mighty fine out there, but Shiren is closing in. Shiren is a shark, and Pat's swimming in shark-infested waters already. Shiren wasting no time having a look at Pat. Pat struggling on this lap, and that's it. Shiren says, thank you very much, I am through. And Pat struggling for grip. Oh, he's had a knock with something. He's lost a bit of front downforce there. So, but he's coming back at Shiren. Shiren trying to hold ground, keep that 5th place. Pat having a look around the outside, nothing doing. Shiren just keeping guard of the corner. He gets it through, but Pat's still a major threat. Oh my God, Big Dan's through on Snorlax. What did we miss here? When did this happen? Ages ago. Jesus. He was busy watching Pat and Shiren. So this is what happened all at the same time as we were watching the Pat and Shiren battle. Big Dan, we thought he was out. We thought his tyres had gone. Snorlax had to get out. What's gone off there? Snorlax seemed to get right out of it, didn't he? I'm sorry. But it looked like Snorlax just had to get right out of it. And RB come through. Was it a hit the wall moment? He didn't hit the wall there. Oh, Mr. Outbrakes himself really had to get out of it. And that got Big Dan through. But Big Dan's tyres, how long can he stay there? And now Snorlax can apply just a small amount of pressure. I don't think it'll take much for that car to go spinnies. RB keeping it in the 14s now, trying to look after those tyres. And Homesick Alien as well has backed off somewhat to try and bring this bad boy home. We're on lap 7 of 13, just over halfway. And the soft runners are in an absolute state. Shiren still defending from Pat. Pat giving it large behind the Russian driver. And he cannot find a way past. No room at this inn. And Jokus he's there. He's a little too far back, but we've still got plenty of laps and plenty can happen. So we can't lose hope for a Jokus just yet. You never know. So Homesick Alien leads this race, and he's got a healthy lead there. Oh, I'm just catching them when they're going through a slow part, so it looks like they're going slow, but there's no dramas. But yeah, that back tyre, that back left tyre has totally gone on RB now. You can see his Alpha was sliding around the corner. Snorlax back ahead of Big Dan. Big Dan as well, having grip issues. Oh, we're going to have to go back, aren't we? Because that looks delicious. So we're not going to go and look for the Snorlax move, but we're going to look for Big Dan sliding it through the hairpin. Wowzers. Nice one. Nice touch, Ensign. Lovely stuff. So Snorlax back up and into a podium position, whilst Big Dan's tyres totally deaf and dead down the left-hand side. And Shiren closing in on Big Dan. Big Dan's 4th place is not safe in this race. Shiren is coming, sir. Pat also is coming. It's going to be like a Bukaki video. Homesick Alien. His rear left tyre is pretty much dead. You can see the back end just sliding around underneath them. And yeah, they could swing out sister any moment. RB as well. The soft tyres haven't held up well here at Blue Moon Bay Speedway. And can Snorlax do the impossible? He's too far behind. We're on lap 9 of 13, so he's got, what, a fair few laps. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 5 laps to go. Can he catch RB and Homesick? RB's last lap was a 19.9. Homesick Alien still keeping it in the 14. Snorlax, well, he's not managed better than a 15, so as long as Homesick and RB can stay in those 14 second brackets, then Snorlax has got no hope of catching them. He needs them to drastically fall off the edge of a cliff. Big Dan staying in there, and Shiren is struggling to catch Big Dan at the moment. And Pat is stuck to the back of Shiren. It's one small mistake that's made the difference there between these two. And Pat late on the brakes, and he's mowing a bit of lawn. He's a part-time gardener, is our Pat. And Jokus will like that. He is closing, you know. Jokus is closing on the Patster. So Pat, better watch out. Homesick Alien, meanwhile, 14-7. He's definitely planted in the 14s, which is safe, as Snorlax is doing 15s. RB, a 16 last time around. Can that be enough to survive? Yeah, I reckon it will be. He can just stay with those 16s, high 15s. Snorlax hasn't got a hope on earth to catch him. Lap 10 of 13. Snorlax in third. Big Dan. Whoa, Big Dan lighting up those tyres. He really, truly wants to kill them. And Shiren likes the sight of that, although Shiren's last lap not so fast either. And maybe the hard tyres not giving out as much as the hard runners would have liked, because it doesn't look like they've got any pace, have they, on the hard tyre? So even with a dead set of softs, you're pretty safe in this race. Homesick Alien at 15.5, so he is now slower than the hard tyre runners. No one took medium tyres out. I reckon mediums, someone might have edged something here. At 15.6 from RB. Snorlax, see, his last was 15.9. He can't close that gap. He needs them to drop lap times heavily. Big Dan now trying to play survival against Shiren. And there goes Snorlax, 16.6, nowhere near the leaders with their dead soft tyres. Big Dan 16.9, and Shiren is on it. If it means Dan, he's on it. But Shiren pushing on, pushing hard to try and get that fourth place. He's third in the championship, isn't he, Shiren? And the two people ahead of him are leading this race. So he needs the points to stay in it, and he gets that position. Lovely stuff. But Big Dan's car is ailing with those softs, and Pat's dropped back. Remember, we saw Pat drop back a bit. And Jokus, I said, stay in there, brother. Keep the faith. And he is doing so and closing in on Pat. We're on lap 11 of 13. Homesick Alien is leading by an absolute straight and a half. And RB looking after those tyres, bringing it on home in second place. Snorlax can be the only threat, but he just can't find the pace with his hard tyres, and they are half dead now as well. On the left-hand side, Shiren through, up and ahead of Big Dan. And can Shiren catch up with Snorlax? Snorlax at 15.8 last time around. 15.8 from Shiren, but he overtook Big Dan on that lap. Big Dan keeping in there, keeping the toe alive as he tries to hunt down the Russian. The Russian gives a little scrape on the wall, gives us a spark. And Big Dan chasing. Fun stuff there for Ensenua and Shiren as they battle it out, and the sun rises on Blue Moon Bay Speedway. And Jokus is through. Oh, Pat, it's all gone wrong for Pat near the end of the race. Is he pushing too hard? Does he? Well, he has killed those hard tyres. I mean, hard tyres are gripless as it is. Can you imagine a worn hard set of tyres? I shudder. This is the final lap. Homesick Alien just starting his final lap as RB crosses the line as well. And Snorlax never became a threat in this race to the leaders. And Shiren hasn't got the job done yet. He cannot shake off a Big Dan. Big Dan in it for fourth. Not to win it, but he's in it for fourth. He's going to try and sneak it on the final lap. These guys aren't even on the final lap yet. Big Dan with the toe comes through ahead of Shiren as they start their final lap. And Big Dan grabs his fourth place back. But where's the grip going to come from when he goes through this corner? He's got some grip. Ooh, Shiren knocking the wall. And Shiren, that should have been a fourth place for Shiren, but it looks like he's lost it. not lost it altogether, but Homesick Alien then brings this one home. RB did put up a fight early doors, but Homesick Alien pulled out some mega laps, pulled a gap, and then RB's tyres started dying and he had to back off. So Homesick Alien takes an easy win and back in the lead of the championship. I would think I should Coco. And, well, probably not with RB finishing in second, but closer to getting back to the front of the championship. RB brings it home in second place. Cracking stuff. Snorlax, a fantastic drive there. Took the pressure of Dan and brings it home in third place. It looks like Shiren got that position back from Dan, but Dan's going to try something down the final straight, I reckon. He's already going for a move on Shiren to try and cross the line. There is Snorlax getting a podium. Take a boo, my son. Shiren, though, is ahead of Big Dan. He couldn't quite get the move done. And Jokus does get something out of this race. It looked hopeless from that first corner. And Pat there struggling in the final few laps. It just fell apart for the Alpha Prada driver. So, round 4, race 1, done and dusted, and what an absolute humdinger. Homesick Alien, he's hiding where the things are, there you go. Homesick Alien comes in with the win. RB in second place, that's a lovely shot, that RB. Snorlax brings it home in third, with Shiren in fourth, ahead of Big Dan, who got fifth in the end. Sixth for the Jokus, and seventh for Pat. Right, well, let's Pat finish, shall we? Woo, there you go, Pat. Nice stuff. Moving on to race 2. They'll reverse the grid. In your own time. Oh, that wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be. That's what I thought it was going to be. Bacon and eggs for breakfast. Oh, I had a brilliant burger on the way home from Mix Burgers. I didn't have a monster because that's just too much. But I had a large bacon cheese burger with mushrooms and onions. We're going to pause this because we've got to check things out. We've got to check it out. So Pat will be starting on pole. He is going for the Racing Soft. Do you know what? I'm not writing it down this time because it's too much palaver and they know what they're doing. So Pat's on the Racing Soft. Jokus going for a set of mediums. The first time we've seen some mediums this round on Jokus. Then Big Dan is on the medium tyre with Shiren going for the mediums. They're all going medium. Snorlax also on the medium with RB going for hard tyres. And Homesick Alien also going for hard tyre, saving that medium tyre for the middle race. So, softs for Pat, Joker's mediums, mediums for Big Dan, mediums for Shiren, Snorlax on the mediums, hard and hard at the back. This is going to be a corker. How long will Pat's tyres last? We will see. Lights are on. They're off. Oh, Pat didn't move very well, and Joker's is going to jump ahead, I think. Come on, cameraman, anytime. Yes, Jokus does get ahead. Pat looked a little slow off the line, and Jokus then tears ahead of Pat, and Big Dan's on the scene as well with those medium tyres. Pat on the soft tyre though, so he should come back at these guys. They're all on the mediums, but Pat getting swallowed up into the middle of the pack, and that's not where he needs to be with those soft tyres. He wants to let them breathe. He wants to let them stretch. That aeroplane's going to crash. Jokus then is now being chased by Shiren with Big Dan in second, Pat in fourth, Homesick Alien up into fifth, ahead of Snorlax in sixth, and RB not moving, well, he's moved back one. But Jokus is the man in the lead on the medium tyres, but Shiren is up for this, and he's going for a move, and it looks like Jokus just back end stepping out a bit. He's touching a bit of grass, but he's done all right, and Shiren cannot find a way past the Polish driver, and Big Dan's right in the thick of the action, reporting, saying it's hot and it's claustrophobic. Now we can see the Polish and the Russian driver side by side going down the straight. Big Dan trying to pick up a toe from Jokas. This is stunning stuff. Shiren on the mediums, Jokas on the mediums. Jokas just slightly ahead, and Shiren couldn't get the move done, but he's on the inside. He's just given Jokas a tap to let him know he's there and not to pull over onto him, and Jokas does exactly he gives him the space, and Shiren is through. Jokas now in second, Big Dan third, but he has been caught by Pat. Pat's tyres have now woke up, and they are working absolutely well. Look at that, 2 places in one corner. Pat, take a bloody boo, you legend. And he's not got the move done quite yet on Jokas, sorry. But Pat up into third, Jokas in second. Big Dan looking to get the move, but back done by Pat. Too many black cars, too many black Alphas out there. Homesick Alien then in fifth, Big Dan fourth. Homesick on those hard tyres, remember. Snorlax on the mediums. And it's bedlam out there. Shiren's pulling away nicely from Pat now. Pat's got the move done on Jokas. He's got those soft tyres. Absolute primo condition. Jokas then. All he can do is see Pat disappear. No, Jokas with a little straight line advantage on Pat there. Must have got a better drive out the final corner, and Jokas back ahead of Pat. But Pat's got the grip advantage in these early laps. Not so much in the later laps, or even the middler laps. But Snorlax then in fourth. Homesick Alien on the hards. Jokas kicking up a bit of dirt here at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, infield A, and that gives Pat the opportunity to get up the inside of him, and now Pat is in second, chasing down Shiren. Wowzers. Snorlax, Homesick, there's some movement there. RB has got himself a Big Dan. He's been fishing and he's caught a Big Dan, and he's brought it to shore. Now he's got an Alien he's hunting down. What an absolute crack-a-lacka race. Snorlax trying to go for an attack on Jokas if life doesn't get bad enough for the Polish driver. He was leading, now he's down in fourth place, and this is not where he envisioned himself when he was halfway around that first lap and leading the race. Shiren then is the man, and he is leading this race on the medium tyre. He's being chased by Pat on a super soft, wow, back to sport days, on a set of soft tyres, with Snorlax in third, and Jokas now in fourth. Jokas though trying to get a toe off of Snorlax and try and get a move up the inside. Snorlax has got it covered, gets himself up at on the inside, and Jokas has no room to get through, but he's a little too far back. Oh, I thought he was going for it there. Pat's gone too far, so has Jokas. Oh my word, there's bedlam up here. Snorlax trying to survive. He's got a Pat up the inside of him, Jokas on the outside, and Jokas back end wants to go. Pat's all over the place as well. RB's on the scene. Homesick Alien's in the scene. It's a pack of Alphas. My God. Fear the pack of Alphas. Pat still in third somehow, with RB now up into fourth. Jokas slipping down into fifth. Homesick Alien being overtaken by Big Dan. Big Dan's got it. No, he hasn't yet. Homesick's there. Whew. Steady on, boys. Big Dan trying to find a way past the Alien. Jokas, it's all gone worse from worse for him from the lead, and he's gone free falling all the way virtually to the back as Shiren leads this race by a country mile, and Snorlax in second, whilst the black and red cars battle it out behind him. Pat on the soft tyres, RB on the absolute fresh bruv hards, and RB going for a move on Pat, and it's up tight and personal with RB and Pat. Come on, cameraman, what's wrong with you? It's called a race, you know. You're meant to follow the cars. We're not looking at the scenery. You bloody gazelle. Wombat. So, Pat, now in fourth. We didn't see it because the cameraman wants to look at the crowd. It's like Sky Sports coverage of F1. RB then up and into third with Pat fourth. And Jokas in fifth, clinging on against the Alien and Big Dan. Big Dan on those medium tyres, but I think he's having to look after him because he knows they're going to wear. The medium tyres don't seem to be faring any better, and there goes Jokas for another mow. And this side as well, he missed a bit that side. And Jokas off the road. What an absolute nightmare for him from the lead right down to last position. He's done the tour of the grid in this race, has Jokus. Shiren leads the race from Snorlax. Snorlax on those medium tyres, a 14.7 from Snorlax. Shiren 16.2. So Shiren, is he easing off to look after tyres? Snorlax's tyres look in a little better condition than Shiren's, and it's going to be about tyre wear here. It really is. RB with those hard tyres, chasing down Snorlax, and he's got Pat with the softs, but those softs are virtually dead. We're on lap 6 of 13, and Pat having a very close investigation to the back of RB's car. He's been keeping an eye on it for most of this race. He can probably draw it with his eyes closed now. Those skulls seem to be staring at him, and every time he brakes they wink. Have a sip of my brew. God, it already feels really close and hot. It's usually quite cool in the morning, but it's feeling sticky already. Good luck to you guys getting up to the work. My God, there's nothing better than a warm brew going down the gullet. Oh, cracking. So Pat we're sat on board with in 4th. He's lost touch with RB now. I think the grip has gone, and the next man he might be seeing is Homesick Alien. Joker's in 6th. He's getting by Big Dan. Big Dan, he got ahead of Joker's. We saw Joker's having a huge off, and now he's back up ahead of him, and Big Dan down in 7th. This is not a race round that Big Dan has got much out of at the moment. Skyjacker saying 19 degrees already, is it? Bloody hell. 6:45 in the morning if you're watching this at a later time, and it's already steamy. I'm having to open doors because I'm sat here sweating. 7 o'clock in the morning. That's going to be a rough one, boys. 1 second, I'll be back. You can watch Shiren lead. Right, let's see if that's going to give me some airflow. Whew, wow. Just seems to get really warm really quickly. So Shiren's off. Oh no, Shiren's back end come around. It looked like it was nothing. And Snorlax is going to get by. RB gets by, sorry. RB's already up ahead of Snorlax. I missed that, sorry. Homesick Alien in 4th with Pat in 5th. And everyone out in my back garden's getting the thingy-majig alarm claw. Joker's in 6th with Big Dan in 7th place. RB then leads this race. Wow, he got past Snorlax and we missed it. I'm not going back. Did we miss it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we missed it. Sorry, guys. Homesick Alien. He's already got past Pat as well. Watching Shiren. I only opened the bloody door. God, and it's all changed. Jokers, we saw him get past Big Dan. RB then leads this race, and that is not a sign that Homesick Alien wants to see. And that means Homesick's got to get busy. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. Mr. Alien, you've got 2 cars to get by. You don't want to lose too many points to RB if you want to take this championship to the final round. RB then, he's got a lovely lead now. No cars to bother him. He can just get into his zone, although it sounds like he was sliding around on a straight there. My gosh. These cars are frisky, aren't they? Shiren then in 2nd, but Snorlax is there. Snorlax looking menacing, but the medium tyres are dead. And Snorlax going for a move around the outside, but Shiren defends well. And Snorlax, he's got the inside now, though, but he's too far behind. And these two battling with their dead mediums. And Homesick Alien with a fresh setup. Oh, Snorlax has just gone off and into the wall. Poor Snorlax. Unlucky, my friend. That is not what you need. Shiren then survives in second. Homesick Alien now up and into a podium position. Snorlax gets going again, but he's got Jokus. Jokus really is turning his lemons into lemonade in this race. He can get fourth place here with Pat's tyres totally dead, and that's left him open to Big Dan, but Big Dan's tyres not in that great of a condition themselves. So RB just cruising bruv, with Shiren trying to cling on to those medium tyres, and he knows he's got the Alien. He knows, bruv, he knows he's got the Alien coming up behind him, creeping at 147 miles per hour up towards the back of the Russian driver. Oh, Shiren losing grip into the corner under braking, and Homesick Alien making that one look rather easy and straightforward. But Shiren gifting the move. Well, he's got no grip on his tyre. It's hardly gifting. He did a great job not to lose the car totally. So Homesick Alien now up and into second, and this is the championship order. RB versus Homesick versus Shiren. Snorlax, I think he's actually fourth in the championship, so that would be... He might not be, though, because Jokus might be in that mix. I can't remember. Pat trying to cling on to that sixth place from Big Dan, but Big Dan's tyres are dead also. And I'm sure a dead set of mediums has got to be worse than a dead set of softs. RB peacocking. He's absolutely peacocking out there in the front. Loving it. Loving the points. Loving the champers. The late nightclub partying with the Lolitas. Homesick Alien then in second place, chasing him down, wants to ruin his day, but it's a little too late. It's 11 laps now we're on of 13, and it's a massive deficit for Homesick to try and close that up in the next 2 to 3 laps. And Shiren there, his tyres slowly withering away, but so are Snorlax's, so Shiren pretty much safe in that third place, you would say. But we did see him throw it off hugely, so it could happen again. And Snorlax, don't know where the threat could come from Snorlax at the moment. Pat's tyres are dead. Jokus there is definitely trying to turn his race around. Well, he's gone behind Pat again. One already ahead, Pat. So Jokus somewhere has lost position, and now we've got the battle of the dead tyres here for 5th, 6th and 7th. They're snaking around, squirreling, trying to get onto the accelerator, and there is no grip underneath their alphas for them to grab. It's ice racing here for Pat, Jokus and Big Dan as they skate around Blue Moon Bay, speed away as they bounce back into the infield, and Jokus nearly losing it, Big Dan nearly losing it. That's what I'm saying. This is the gripless race. And RB then comes around. He's already started lap 12. 2 more laps to go for RB until he gets to victory lane. A Homesick Alien in second with Shiren third. Snorlax is fourth. And it looks like there's no threat there because Pat, Jokus and Big Dan are having themselves an ice race. Look at them, all 3 of them slid around there. It's beautiful. Absolute. Oh, Big Dan got through the corner better than Jokus. Gets up the inside. Big Dan's getting blues. Big Dan's getting blues. His tyres are better when they're... He's faster when his tyres are dead. And he gets past Jokus, who is struggling with his tyres at the moment. And Pat on them softs. And I think answers the questions. A dead set of softs is better than a dead set of mediums. Wouldn't you agree? Whoever's out there. Say hello. If you can type it, say it, because it's nice to know that you're with me. RB then starts his final lap in the lead, and there's no way Homesick's going to close that gap now. 15-2 from both sim racers. Shiren 16-0. It seems like he's safe from Snorlax, but Snorlax is slipping back to that battle behind him with Pat, Dan and Jokus. So Snorlax has got to be very careful here. He's only 1 or 2 small mistakes away from getting swallowed up into the ice race. He's struggling for grip, as they all are. But Pat at the moment just stays slightly ahead, but he's gone off there, and Big Dan's going to get the move, and Big Dan shaking it up in the final lap. Gets his way past Pat. He hasn't got any grip though, but he finds a way past, and Big Dan moves up from 7th to 5th in the last couple of laps. What a drive from Big Dan. Can he catch Snorlax? Snorlax is only just there, but we are on the final lap. RB is coming around the final corner. And it's RB takes the win for the second time today, isn't it? He won the first race. So RB, well done. Or was it Homesick? I can't remember now. Homesick, it was Homesick took the win, so it's a win each from the two of them. Shiren in third, take a boo, my son, with Snorlax coming around the corner, and he survived. Big Dan couldn't quite close it up, but Big Dan's under threat from Pat here as they come up towards the line, and it's Snorlax in fourth place with Big Dan towing Pat along, but Big Dan gets that fifth with... Oh, they've all gone across the line. That's all right, it hasn't run out yet. How close to running out was it? Very close. So RB takes the win after, I think it was Homesick that took the win in the first race. So a win each. Homesick Alien comes home in second place. Have they just removed RB's car? That was weird. It's like the same shot. Oh, that's worse. I'll give up. Homesick Alien came home in second, and Shiren got third. Snorlax brings it home in fourth. Good steady points for Snorlax today, with Big Dan on a massive push there. The Insinuate really did grab some positions near the end of the race, and Pat trying to come back at Big Dan near the end there. Comes home in sixth, with Jokus in seventh. One more race to go. This is exciting. So let us get race 3 up and ready for your perusal. Just a little sip. Ooh, that looks murky, doesn't it? So, let's get the info up. I was forgetting what I was doing. I've only done this a couple of times, so, you know. So Jokus starts this race on a set of racing softs, and it might be a bit of a cooler track, because it looks a bit overcast, a bit misty. So soft tyres, they might survive a lap more than they have done. Pat starting this race on the medium tyres. Big Dan's on the hard tyre. Snorlax is starting on the soft tyre. Shiren on the racing soft tyre, with Homesick Alien on the mediums, and RB starting on the mediums. Let's get this schnizzle underway and see how it does. So Jokus gets off to a good start. It's Pat slow off the line again, and Big Dan gets the jump on him. Or does he? He has. Big Dan and a few others. Snorlax comes through as well. Snorlax with those soft tyres, trying to take an early impromptu lead. Bloody cameraman. And Jokus is leading at the moment, but Snorlax is flying in there. Oh, I think he had a little knock with Jokus. He's backed right off as well. Unfortunately, he was on a push, and Homesick Alien has come through and up and into the lead. Snorlax now in second, Jokus in third. Unbelievable racing out there. Jokus and Snorlax both on the soft. Shiren gets in there as well. He's on the soft tyre. It's all dicing. Big Dan's on the hard tyre, trying to stay in the mix. Pat's on the medium tyre, and RB still out the back on the medium tyre, but it's Homesick Alien who has come through the whole pack and leads, with Snorlax chasing him down, and Snorlax on the soft tyre, and Shiren under attack from Jokus, who's also on the soft tyre. Jokus up and into third place, and my word, it's hard to keep that car under control as they enter the infield. It's such a bounce, and Snorlax then chases down Homesick Alien. 13 laps around Blue Moon Bay Speedway, infield A. And we've had one win for Homesick, one win for RB, and Homesick leads the third race with Snorlax on the soft tyre, looking up the inside. Wowzers! But he doesn't get it to stick. So he's going to have to re-lick that stamp. Didn't lick it hard enough, did he? And he's got to try and find a way past the Alien, but the Alien is going to defend. Joker's at the moment talking about defending. He's got past just Shiren. Shiren, I think he was ahead of Shiren. Shiren must have got by. And oh my God, what's going on behind there? We've got Pat on a wiggle. Pat's wiggle on his mediums, and Big Dan on the hards out the back, and RB on the mediums. He's up and into 5th place now, chasing down Shiren, who's on the softs, chasing down Joker's, who's on the softs. Joker's absolutely pelting it at the moment, and Snorlax can't find a way past the Alien, who's on mediums at the moment. And these soft runners, they really need to grab some distance before the tyres die. They're in no way they can have a fight with the medium or hard runners. The only way to get an advantage is use those softs early doors to pull away from the slower compounded cars and try and stay ahead. Homesick Alien, though, is doing a solid job with the medium tyres, and Snorlax is struggling to find a way by. Joker's in a solid 3rd, but he's got Shiren along for the ride. Great stuff. Look at that sight. What a beautiful looking image we are seeing ahead of us. The Polish driver just ahead of us in a podium position. Oh, Shiren having a little look up the inside. He's got the job done. Did he give him enough space though? Coming out of the corner, yes he did. They're side by side. Beautiful racing from the Russian and Polish drivers, and Shiren then making sure he claims that corner ahead of Joker's, but Joker's has got something up in his sleeve coming around the outside, but Shiren sticks it on the apex and sticks it, stays in 3rd, and Racer Brown sneaky up the inside of Joker. Shiren gives it a little slide through the corner. He's gone out wide, and RB has bounced. RB, where is he? He's off somewhere. Oh, he's gone in the pit lane by accident. Here we go. He's back on track now at the back. Poor RB. He took that bounce pretty hard. Homesick Alien still defending that lead from Snorlax, and Snorlax trying to get by. Oh, someone's sliding. I heard the tyres before I saw it, and Snorlax really is going to kill those soft tyres. I know he's got to get by the Alien and pull out some a gap, but seriously, you can't kill your tyres in the first 4 laps. And now he's going for the move on Homesick Alien. Just has to be a bit patient. I mean, now they're alive, the softs. He's gone fastest of everyone as they come through a beautiful racetrack. Look at the scenery. It's cracking as the sun goes down. Here at Blue Moon Bay, speed away. We're on lap 4 of 13. Snorlax has gone high. He's going high. He's going... Oh, it's scary when they hit the infield. The cars do the bounce, and all gravity gives way as the dampness come bouncing back. And that one was a beauty from Snorlax around the outside. Homesick Alien couldn't have defended that. Just got a great drive out the corner, and Homesick just sits in the tow, and he's just going to try and stay with Snorlax and hope Snorlax's tyres die very quickly. So Homesick Alien still with his eye on the win. He's having a look up the inside of Snorlax. He doesn't want to slow down. And Joker's in 3rd, pulled away from Shiren a little bit. And then we've got Pat on the mediums. He's mowing the lawn again, and Big Dan waves to him as he comes on by, and RB there comes by as well, and poor Pat struggling in the Alpha. As soon as the tyres start looking a little iffy, Snorlax leads, but his tyres are well worn, and Homesick Alien keeping tabs on the Patronus Alpha driver at the moment. Joker's in 3rd, but his tyres are worse for wear. Shiren's are in a little bit of a better condition. We're only on lap 5 of 13. That has got to be concerning for Joker's as he drives around. He must be thinking, oh God, these tyres are not going to survive another lap, not alone another 8 or 9 laps. My gosh, my word. So Shiren doing his fastest lap of... Oh no, it's not. It's saying it's not his fastest lap. It was his fastest lap of the race so far, trying to close in on Jokus. RB, meanwhile, has got past Big Dan. Big Dan's on the hard tyre, remember, so RB on a faster tyre, and he is through on his comeback drive. I think Joker's just kicked up a marker, or Shiren. Someone must have had a bit of an off. Let's go back. Something kicked off there. Oh, Joker's. Yeah, there you go. I just saw a 100-metre marker block flying up in the air as RB drove round. I don't know where it was from. But yeah, Shiren getting past Jokus as Jokus goes a little bit wide in the corner. And Shiren then now up and into a podium position. But those tyres, can they last? Well, they can't. But can they withhold RB and Big Dan and Pat later on in this race? Snorlax, meanwhile, trying to pull that lead out on the alien he needs. And he's only got a little trickle of white left on those tyres to make something happen. Homesick Alien, absolutely speedy on the medium tyres, and is staying with Snorlax. All Snorlax can take away from this, though, is Pat did of the guys he was racing on the dead softs. They were still, dead softs are still better than dead medium tyres. At the moment, though, Homesick Alien's tyres are looking far from being dead. Shiren, his tyres, oh, yellow. Oh, Snorlax, oh, I'm gutted for them. Gutted. It looked like it was going his way. But Snorlax then, we're looking back at a replay as Snorlax breaks into the corner and, oof, spun it before he even got to the apex. Interesting. Homesick then back in the lead, and there's nothing going to stop him now. Shiren up into second, and Joker's back up into third with Snorlax slipping down into fourth. RB in fifth with Big Dan and Pat in seventh. So Homesick Alien comes to him. He was in the right place at the right time, mind you, to get it. And Joker's then, is he going to keep that third place? His tyres are absolutely shot, but as are Snorlax's. Shiren's are nearly shot. This is going to be fun. RB is going to be all over the back of these three anytime soon, and possibly Big Dan as well, because Big Dan's not that far behind RB. Going faster than he's gone before, as Pat, he's keeping those mediums in there, doing good lap times. He can still see people. So Homesick Alien crossing the line to start lap 8, and there's some distance between him and Shiren, and it's now all of the soft tyres look like they've gone. Shiren's got nothing on his left hand side there, nor has Jokus, nor has Snorlax. RB will be rubbing his hands. He did a 14.6 last time around, and he's going to see a lot of squirreling cars ahead of him. Joker's doing a 15.9, Shiren doing a 15.7. Oh, is that Shiren off wide? Shiren mowing the lawn here. I think Pat's already mowed that one, but he can't hurt. There we go, Snorlax, and here comes RB. He's got a lot of cars with old tyres ahead of him, and he's just got to pick his spots, hasn't he, as Snorlax tries to get that third place back from Jokus. But RB on his medium tyres is going to show off how much grip he actually has as he points for the apex. Snorlax slides out wide. RB grabs a toe as they bounce back onto the track, and RB probably has a little bit of post-stress disorder from the bounce. And now he's got a lovely toe as he pulls the shotgun back and explodes his barrels as he tries. Oh, whoa, what did I do that for? I was trying to come out the car, not go back 10 seconds. Ridiculous. So there we go, there's RB making his move on Snorlax. Snorlax is going to get boxed in behind Joker's as he's got the toe from Joker's. RB up the inside of him. They're going to go 3 wide through the corner, and no one's got any grip. But Snorlax still stays ahead. Joker's had to back off or something. Oh, Snorlax is gone. Snorlax has spun around. Oh, poor Snorlax. He's going to be killing himself in that corner. Look how beautiful this was. All 3 of them going through. I think Joker's hit the wall. That's what snagged him up. And I don't think there was contact between Snorlax and RB there. Although RB has slowed down a bit to let Joker's through. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but Snorlax is had a very interesting race, and he's off the road again. Those tyres gone, they're done. We may as well hold the ceremony now. We are all gathered here to pay our respects to plenty of rubber here at the Deep Blue Bay Speedway, Blue Moon Bay Speedway, Deep Blue. So Shiren then in second, doing a great job, Jokers. But here we go, RB's caught up with Jokers now. Well, he already got past Jokers, hasn't he? He's had to, I don't know, he backed out or something. Jokers come through, and now RB gets the job done. Lap 9 of 13. We're just about to go on to lap 10. So 3 or 4 more laps to go. Jokers then in fourth. He can't quite get the move back on RB, and that's RB safely through. Can he catch Shiren up? Shiren did a 15.5 on those dead tyres. The car's drifting through the corners. RB 17.0, but he had issues on that last lap with overtaking people. Jokers then in fourth. Big Dan's fifth. Oh yeah, Snorlax had an absolute massive one, didn't he? And he's gone to the back, but he's got the fastest lap of the race, mind you. Homesick Alien, this one's looking pretty straightforward for him. He's an absolute country mile ahead of anyone. He could pull over and have a Pims. Shiren clinging on with no grip whatsoever, and so many laps left to go, and RB's just going faster and faster each lap. And further back we've got Jokers ahead of Big Dan, but Big Dan's got plenty of grip with those racing hard tyres, and he's doing a 16.5 last time around, where Jokers did a 17.4. So Jokers' fourth place could be in threat right now, or under threat should I say. Oof, I had my wallet in my back pocket. It was really starting to hurt. Shorts, yeah, they're softer than jeans. Jeans can see a bit better. Big Dan then in sixth place with Pat in... No, Big Dan's fifth, sorry. Pat's in sixth. Is there a chance Snorlax could catch Pat up? It doesn't look like it. Pat's medium tyre's nearly dead. Homesick Alien then out for a little drive all by himself. Again, another one of those scenarios where Homesick Alien thinks, is there something wrong with the lobby? Where's everyone gone? Cracking looking car, that one as well, isn't it? So all technology stuff. Alienware and Twitter and casino.com or whatever, poker.com, pokerstars.com. Yeah, it's all, you know, futuristic technology. It's because it's so bloody hot. I've got to try and sleep through this. It's hard work. And yesterday I had to close the window because there was roadworks. They were burning road markings off, so it was stunk and it was noisy. So I had to sleep in an enclosed room in the heat. So Homesick Alien then, you don't care, why am I telling you? Homesick Alien leads from Shiren. Oh no, Shiren's in trouble now. RB has caught him up, but RB's tyres are in a pretty bad state as well. And now we're going to science this one to see if a dead set of softs is better than a dead set of mediums. We've tried it before, but now we have a couple of different subjects, so we can really contrast the difference. And at the moment, RB not managing to find a way past Shiren, but Shiren very hot at his driving, late on his brakes. He's more liable to make a slight mistake. Oh, RB touching the grass, and gives Shiren a little bit of space there to have a think about things. So Shiren in second. We're on lap 12 of 13. I'm sure Homesick Alien's already started lap 13. He's on the final lap. Shiren coming up to the lap, to the line. He's got one lap to survive from the RB. Excuse me. And Joker's having an absolute fine race. I thought Big Dan was going to catch him. 15.8 from Big Dan last time around. Joker's 15.8. So Joker's maintaining a great speed on those soft tyres. Pat 18.4 last time around, but Snorlax a 16.2. but it's all just a little too late. One more lap to go. Maybe if Pat makes a mistake, Snorlax may have a chance to close in. Homesick Alien, easy drive for the win. Shiren still surviving against RB. It doesn't look like RB has anything grip-wise to take the attack to Shiren. So, there you go, science. Dead softs better than dead mediums. I suppose it's obvious, but you need to test things out, don't you? Jokus is on a set of said dead softs, and he's catching RB, but it is the final lap. Homesick Alien on the home straight, and he takes the win. His second one today, and Shiren looks like he's got that second place absolutely sorted and covered as Shiren brings it home for second place, and RB grabs a podium. Take a boo, my son. Jokus in fourth, and Big Dan brings it home in fifth place. Pat survives ahead of Snorlax, even though Snorlax facing the wrong way again, and those tyres really did stuff him up. He pushed hard though, didn't he, in the early doors against the Alien. I think he should have just sat behind the Alien for a bit and just let the tyres come to him. But who am I to say? I'm rubbish at racing. So Pat comes home in sixth, and Snorlax would destroy me on track. There's me telling him what to do. But if me and him went head to head on the racetrack, Snorlax would absolutely tear me apart. There he goes. Lovely little drift there, but he just couldn't keep it on the grey stuff. And Snorlax bringing this race to an end. And I'm not sure if he's enjoyed himself or not on that one. It must be a bit of both. But Snorlax coming up towards the line. Oh, look at that. That's dead on, isn't it? The flag's not come up on him yet. Wow, gosh. In this temperature, we had an absolute hot race. Great stuff from Homesick Alien, and that could possibly put him back in the lead of the championship. We will have to wait and see. Congratulations, Homesick Alien, on your double win, and I think podiums all round. So, great drive from the Alien here at Blue Moon Bay Speedway, Infield A. Perlay. Shiren, an absolute gigantic drive there for second place. Really had to deal with the pressure from RB and someone else he was racing earlier on. Jokus, I think. Yeah, him and Jokus was going at it, weren't they, early doors? So, and Pat. Was Pat in that one? There was three of them. Might have been Snorlax. I'm not sure. But Shiren coming home in second place. Great drive with RB in third. Yes, because Shiren was leading when Homesick Alien just nibbled past him with a slide. And RB rounds out the podium. Jokus, a great drive for fourth place. Good points. Best of the rest. Big Dan in fifth with Pat in sixth. And Snorlax just coming home in seventh. What a shame for Snorlax. It was Snorlax leading, wasn't it? Sorry. I can't remember. My God. I'm melting here. So that was it. We're done. This is number 4. Check us out tomorrow for the Golf Cup. They've not even raced it yet. Have they raced it? Today's Thursday. No, they've not even raced the Golf Cup yet, and I'm advertising the stream. So it better happen. Oh, Racer Brown's in the chat saying, good morning, bud. Hi, RB. Hope you have a glorious day. It looks like it's going to be a hot one. So keep hydrated, my friend, and plenty of sun lotion. I was your broadcaster and your commentator. Oh, bugger, I ain't got my sheet. Hugh Jardon. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Join us tomorrow for Stream 5 of the Stream Marathon. And am I going to run out of... No, tomorrow's Friday. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah. I'm thinking I was going to run out of streams. I'm a day ahead. Yes, join us tomorrow morning. Wake up early. Come and join us here at VRC Radio. Every morning with Thingy. No lump anymore. I've got nothing else to tell you. I'm all burnt out. Mary had a little lamb. I should save that for the beginning of the stream and talk about Mary and her lamb. What a weird relationship that is. They follow each other around. Anyway, thank you guys. That was the 4C Sprint Trophy Round 4. Join us tomorrow for the Golf Cup. Can't tell you where it is. I'm not opening my phone. It's too hot. Thank you. Peace and love. Peace and love.